Oh, excuse me. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Flizza. How are we doing today? Oh boy, it's Friday. It's finally Friday. So excited for it to finally be Friday. Right? Everybody's excited for it to be Friday. Friday is the best day of the week, after all, right? Yes. Well, I guess it depends on your opinions. For me, it's the best day of the week because then I don't have to worry about a lot of things until the next day. Anyway, so we're playing Divinity Dragon Commander. Let's go hop over to the game. Boom. Uh-oh. There we go. Here we are. We just got back from a mission. We got lots of gold. We got lots of research on hand. That's good. What does Prosper want to talk with us?
What a pair Edmund and Henry make, Commander. Worry no longer. The insidious religion of the one god no longer tempts a single lizard in the realm. They either pay homage to the seven, or have the good sense not to prattle on about gods at all.
I don't know if I necessarily like this kind of clamp down on religion that happens, but it's important, I guess, for stability. Alright, let's get some good stuff. We need additional hit points on our imp fighters. Absolutely. And then we need juggernauts. Now, there's not a lot of other stuff that I really would like to get. We want to get imp binoculars for juggernauts. Let's just grab it now. Juggernauts have their place, but they're very niche. But they're worth getting. We can't even afford a basic thing. We're gonna get imp back up for juggernauts here. What else are we gonna grab? We're gonna grab no. And the only other thing that I think we need to grab is Imp Fighter War of Attrition. We may grab Hunter Teleportation too, but that's not super critical.
Shall I tell you about the dreams I had, my lord, or had you rather we move right on to business?
You've got everything under control. Let's go to the bar. Henry and Edmund, you went and quelled a religious uprising.
Never would I have expected the likes of Henry to wag such a silver tongue. There must be some brain cells left beneath that simian cranium of his after all. Holding on for dear life, I expect.
Ah, yes.
We've returned from our mission, Commander. All's well among the lizards again. No more praise for the one god anymore, but proper prayer for the seven, or whatever floats their boat. I was hoping for at least some resistance, so that I could spill a mite of their cold blood. But there was none to be had. Diplomacy, aka idle chatter, saved the day.
Oh, it did, huh?
Wasn't such a bad thing looking back on it, that serpent of an Edmund tagged along. Obviously, we were plotting each other's demise from the get-go, but when push came to shove, we both wanted to appear the greater general. Forced us to bring our A-game.
Well, that's good.
Long story short, the cultists renounced their evil ways and were accepted back into society. Boring as fig stew. But Prosper's over the moon. She can stay there for all I care.
Okay, fine. Wow. All of my generals have issues. I don't trust them to lead my armies. Only I may lead my armies.
Commander, we all know that if an employer wants to fire an employee, he or she is given 3 weeks' notice. That is only reasonable. But Trinculo tells me the imps want to change this to 3 minutes' notice. Please tell him such an unfair change of procedure will not be tolerated.
Fired without notice. Oh boy.
I must agree with Oberon, Commander. 3 weeks is the least one must give a dishonored soul to repent afore the 7, so he can renew his life of servitude with an unburdened spirit.
Well, I don't know if I agree with that, but...
It shouldn't take directors and supervisors 3 weeks to separate the wheat from the chaff, Commander. I vote Trinculo.
Of course you do.
The worker is as responsible for the quality of his work as his superior is for the providing of wages and proper working conditions. If he doesn't live up to the bargain, then yes, one should be able to fire him on the spot.
Which is interesting coming from her, because I can kind of consider her to be more on the people's side, generally speaking.
Why is that ruddy elf interfering with impish ideas? If an ox doesn't pull its weight, do you wait 3 weeks to call for the knackers? No, you do it right away within 3 blasted minutes.
How are my percentages doing? We're not very good with the undead at the moment. We're pretty good with the lizards. We're not very good with the imps. We could lose a little bit with the elves, and we'll lose a little bit with the undead. You know what? But I do agree with Prospera here. You know, employment is a bargain, so to speak.
This measure is bound to lead to corruption and abuse. Yes, the strong rule over the weak in nature too, but even an elf admits civilization shouldn't mirror the Green Mother all too rigidly.
Which is funny, because you basically say that about everything else. The irony of your situation is not lost on me there, Oberon. Alright, let's do some work on the map. So we have this place blockaded, that's good. Okay, let's get this over to here so we can pick up some good stuff. Zooming in, what can we do over here? How many hunters do we have? We just have hunters over here and a few troopers, which is probably more than enough to take this location. Ooh, that's a lot of troopers. That's a lot of hunters too. Two grenadiers, 6 devastators. Devastators are weak. That's a lot of hunters though. Yeah, way too much for the troops that we have on hand. Build a war factory here. Let's see. How much gold do we have? 52 gold. Get some more armorers and hunters going over here. We're going to take out the blue first. I think they're the best one to take out in this situation right now. Because we have red isolated. There, between these two groups of ironclads, we're holding a blockade, mostly in this direction. But then we have a blockade around their island too. So long as we hold the territory that we have against enemy invasions, we should be able to hold out long enough for the take out the blue in 1 or 2 turns. Okay, they're attacking me there. Blue moved in and took that spot. Oh, they're attacking me over here too. Oh boy. So we have 2 territories under attack. Which one is the more important one for me to maybe try and win here? Okay, this one should be auto-resolved. Yeah, they took out that red ship. This is the one that I should be working on. What does this map look like? Okay. Me. Let's go. We need to hold this territory. It's very important. Oh, you might notice I have turned on the background music in the game. I decided that I think it's a good idea to have it on, just so I can, you know, enjoy it, you know, and you can enjoy it too. Hopefully, it doesn't mean I get like copyright strikes or anything or whatever. At least that's the hope. Okay, you guys go here.
The Emperor shows us the way. Let's get this dance of death started. Is that a tree? Well, not anymore. There is no reason to doubt your insight, sir. The grave be their destiny.
Go, 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 go. It's all about capturing these recruitment or resource construction sites and recruitment citadels.
Construction underway, Commander. We'll crush them one leg at a time. Construction in progress.
Go, 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 go.
That's impossible, Commander. That's impossible, Commander. We're under attack, but we will hold our ground. Reinforcements requested. Recruitment citadel completed. That's impossible, Commander. Recruitment citadel completed. There's no reason to doubt your insight, sir. It'll be built in a jiffy. Construction in progress. We need more recruits, Commander. Is that a tree? Well, not anymore. That's impossible, Commander. Battle Forge completed. Battle Forge completed. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Your unit will soon be ready. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Ready to follow you, even into death. Trooper ready to march. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. We're out of recruits, Commander. Trooper ready to march. Pay me in blood. The Emperor shows us the way. Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander. Constructed to fight. Construction in progress. Trooper ready to march. We're out of recruits, Commander. We need more recruits, Commander. Anything for the Empire. The Emperor's enemy is my enemy. Let's get this dance of death started. They tell me enemy grenadiers have been issued with ink binoculars. Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander. Be on guard, Commander. Enemy hunters are about to be deployed. Constructed to fight. War factory completed. War factory completed. I will stand until my last breath. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. We'll crush them one leg at a time. We're under attack, but we will hold our ground. Trooper ready to march. Construction in progress. We're out of recruits, Commander.
Sound the trumpets, hunters here.
Construction in progress. Pay me in blood. The grave be their destiny. Reinforcements requested. Let's get this dance of death started.
They won't even see me coming.
Troopers awaiting your decision, sire.
Charge. I shall join.
Population depleted.
Population depleted.
Recruitment citadel completed. We're under attack, but we will hold our ground. We'll crush them one leg at a time.
Victory shall be ours. Haha. My brother Farhan failed in his attack. Okay. Yeah. 3 gold. Yeah, we'll just leave the army to deal with it. Boom. Didn't even lose anybody. Stupid of them to attack. Cult of Crazies. Lavished with lunacy. Enemy Juggernaut design. Yeah, we're not very popular with the undead right now. Imp fighters. Transports. Make a country immune to invasion. That's cool. Populace's motivation, 2 addition. Was decreased by 4%. We will receive an additional 2 gold. Okay, wow. Oh boy, what does Oberon want? See, we have an interaction with our queen. So it's probably about her.
Commander, I must protest in the strongest of terms. Under your exalted rule, Lady Lahanna has quickly managed to forget elf tradition, only to become a carnivorous drunk. A development I can only interpret as a deliberate slight towards our kind.
Of course, that's what you think it is. Isn't it? How about you get your panties out of a twist?
By the heavens, she's but a beard away from becoming a dwarf. This must change. For her sake, and for the sake of our continued political cooperation.
Oh, your political cooperation. This sounds like an intimidation tactic, Ambassador. I could have you thrown in the pits or something. I don't know. Okay, let's grab the War of Attrition for our imp fighters. Yeah. Let's go to the bar. Ah, Prospera.
Allow me to compliment your wife, Commander. She is a woman of refinement, of keen intellect, and she lacks that love of petty rules that tarnishes the character of so many elves.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
She is a revelation, and her interest in our celebrated wines has done wonders for our economy. Export has doubled ever since her journey to Burgundy. I dare say your treasury will benefit from these events as well.
Aha. My queen. What have you done?
Honey, it's so nice to see you. I have just this instant returned from my trip to the Lizard Vineyards in Burgundy. They gave me this bottle, which I now present to you. Bottled over a century ago during the year of the Golden Grapes. It is worth more than a bejeweled palace.
Ah, thank you. It's a rare and precious gift, yes.
You're very welcome. And it will interest you to know that this gift represents more than meets the eye. I think you'll find that Prospera, and in fact all other lizards, were quite taken with me, which reflects very positively on you in turn.
Yes, yes it does. Well, thank you. Not much else to say, apparently. I'm not going to chastise you, because I told you to partake responsibly. Partaking responsibly is a good thing. Alright. Let's put this armor on board. And then unload over here. Because obviously our fleet to attack them is going to spawn out of our capital. Okay, how many troops do we have on hand? We need to buy more hunters. Let's buy 3 here. We have 7 hunters across both territories. Good. Do we have enough to... I don't think we have enough to buy much of anything. When it comes to new projects. Good. I think that's good, though. That's 9 hunters and another 3 over here. That's 12. 7 armors. We'll probably get some more either hunters or armorers here next turn. We'll get a buttload of troopers here. And then we'll launch an invasion on their capital. Okay, they're going to fight over this territory. That's good for me. Do we have any battles in my territory? Nope. No battles in our territory. And Yellow's going to probably devastate that. They did take a little bit of a loss. But Yellow did retake this territory. And successfully pushed out that transport. Interesting. Going from bad to worse. Oh boy. Yorick and Prospera.
Once more, the undead are in an uproar over nothing, Commander. Now they are systematically tearing down the statues of their own foremost artist because she made the posthumous confession of being gay. What on earth moved her to do so, we'll never know, but the results are tragic. Please tell Yorick to calm his kin. A civilized society should not stand for such barbarism, whether the gods approve or not.
Horror of horrors, Commander. Claudella, our foremost artist, turns out to be a sinner of sapphic sentiments. Such transgression cannot be condoned. The gods will not stand for it. All her works shall be pulled down onto the ground and smashed into the dust. Seven forgive us for having admired her so.
Remember I mentioned the artist Della Gecko a while ago, Commander? Brilliant. Gay. Well, I have another example. The undead sculptress Claudella, who sadly perished a short while ago because of some strange disease that sometimes plagues her kindred. She was an artist of profound mastery, revered by every single one of the undead, but now that in her last will and testament she revealed to have had a long-standing physical relationship with a woman they always assumed to be her sister, the vermin are systematically destroying all her works.
Okay.
Beautiful bronzes, marvelous marbles, all are falling under the hypocrites' hammers. But you can do something about this, Commander. You can stop this madness. And if you won't, give me the order and I'll bash the skull of each vandal I meet.
Now you see, I know probably it was controversial when I maybe selected going against people in such manners before, but in this case this is just wrong. You don't need to go bashing skulls. It's ridiculous.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Cheers, Commander. You're officially a patron of the arts now. I shall raise a toast to you tonight. And in the meantime, try not to succumb to the temptation of yanking away Yorick's lower jaw and throwing it overboard.
Commander?
He doesn't like me.
Yes, Commander?
Whatever.
What would you inquire of me, Commander?
Nothing. You all suck. You're all terrible generals. For various reasons. We don't have enough for hunter teleportation. That's okay. For the moment. We're gonna grab the... We're gonna grab the Imp Juggernaut. The Juggernaut Imp backup. And we'll hold on to this research for the next turn. We'll move forward the... the hunter teleportation. Alright, to the map. We have conquest. To conscript. Let's grab... I think we want... Let's grab 2 hunters and... or 1 hunter and 2 armorers. And we're going to get a bunch of troopers over here. Perfect. And now we're going to build a factory over here. Perfect. And then on the next turn, let's move all the hunters and the armorers over. And on the next turn, because these guys can move 2 spaces, we go 1, 2, and move everybody south here in. That's the plan. Big invasion from the north on this narrow peninsula. I don't have any gold. War factory. They should see this coming. I mean, they can see the development of troops on the map. Emperor, to undergo plastic surgery. Look, we have lost major points with the undead over this. Eek. Get some bombers. Aerial units at a 75% discount. Nice. And an imp fighter brigade.
Bravo, Commander. You went out of your way to preserve the legacy of a fine artist, and did so despite the diplomatic ramifications. We lizards commend you.
Well, I wasn't exactly looking for your commendation, but thank you.
You may have gone against us. You may think you have won, Commander, but you have done no such thing. What is left of Claudella's works is locked away in so-called museums, away from the eyes of every undead. Not a single one of us will enter these places ever again, or be stricken down by the Seven.
Oh, you can piss off.
Good news, Commander! The undead riots have been squelched, and the many artworks of Claudella that escaped their pitiful ire have been placed in various museums where they're guarded round the clock.
Okay.
That'll show those intolerant bastards! This is a great victory for mankind everywhere. A victory of nature over nurture. Of freedom over oppression. The undead need to know one can be gay and held in high regard nonetheless. Let that be the lesson.
I don't know if that's the lesson of this moment, but fine. If that's what you want to think.
About art, of course, but still. Let that be the lesson.
Uh-huh. Of course it was.
Commander, every citizen in the realm pays taxes. Every industry does the same. But which is the one institution that escapes the taxman? Why, the church, of course. Hardly fair, is it? So why not introduce a temple tax? Let every temple, church and cathedral pay, say, a monthly fee as a token of goodwill toward the Empire. After all, does not the church benefit too from a strong and wealthy state?
Well, you're going to be against this.
When will that filthy dwarf finally pass a single day without resorting to sacrilege, base and vile? The Church of the Seven is holy, above such secular concerns as taxes. If you want yet more gold for the royal coffers, you had better look elsewhere, Commander.
Introduce this new tax, Commander, and the Church will just demand more of the public in donations. So in the end, who will really pay? The man in the street. And they give more than their share already.
Mm-hmm.
The Church of the Seven is one of the wealthiest organizations in Rivellon, Commander, and it's true they don't impart as much as tuppence to the treasury. So Falstaff is right, hardly fair.
Temple tax. What a marvelous idea. Take from the Seven and give it to science. Falstaff's got it.
I'm kind of surprised, actually, that she doesn't have kind of his opinion on this matter. Her claim is actually based on my studies of your human religions. Is misguided in her analysis. Many, I'm not saying all, but many of them, or much of their value potentially, is either possibly stored in like art, or they actually give most of their wealth, so to speak, to charities in various senses. We're not going to impose taxes.
You haven't a mercantile mind, Commander. I was dangling millions in front of you, and all you had to do was extend your hand. Bloody priests would have gotten nothing but their just desserts.
They're actually one of the lowest paid professions as a whole across the board. So, yeah, disagree. We don't do it here in the Elf Village. Oh. We forgot to purchase... Nope. We forgot to purchase our hunter teleportation. Actually, we might grab the... no, that's not necessary. Anything else we really need? Not really. So we may... Let's see, I guess let's get some dragon powers.
A demon I have bound, but sometimes I wonder who the true captive is. It takes my utter concentration not to be trapped by his tempting promises. Gladly shall I do so.
Let's see, what can we add? Passive health regeneration, that's some good stuff. Blood leech, that's some good stuff. Aura of restoration, yes. We need scales of steel. I think is our next one that we'll grab. Auras and any passive skills are the best, in my opinion, because then I don't have to worry about them. Okay. It's time for our invasion. How many troops do they have here? They have 4 grenadiers, 8 devastators, 7 troopers, 8 armors, 12 hunters. We have 13 hunters, 9 armorers, and we'll have 8 troopers marching in. What cards can we play on this? I don't think we want to... No, we don't want to genocide. That would be bad. We'd be a monster. Oops, that is not what I wanted to do. Gold revenue for 2 turns. Play this card, yes please. And let's play this card for the next 2 turns. It's basically a barrier against them, which is a good idea. Prevent them from kind of coming at us from that direction. And we'll purchase units up here. One, two. 1, 2. 1. 1. 8 of them are moving in. What can we build here? Let's build a parliament there for more strategy cards. Yeah, I think it's good. Okay. Massive invasion. Oh, let's get this transport over here. They're building more troops. Yeah, we don't care about that battle. Ooh. Oh, look at all the power that they have. Enemy's hunter range. Perfect. Let's decrease that. We don't have any ironclads. Yeah, that's not worth it. Okay. We're going to take me into this battle. What's the map that we're looking at? This one. Okay. Aura. Passive. Passive. Save our dragon skills. First capital battle. Let's go into battle.
Who will break? Who will bend? Let's get this dance of death started. Troopers awaiting your decision, sire. Let's get this dance of death started.
I've got big guns and I cannot lie.
Anything for the Empire. The Emperor shows us the way. Construction in progress. That rolling thunder you hear in the distance, those are enemy armors. Seems like the enemy is ready to construct devastators.
Cover me with death if I should fail.
Picking up their scent.
Fall back, fall back.
Picking up their scent.
Battle Forge completed. Construction in progress. Let's get this dance of death started. I will stand until my last breath. Construction in progress. We need more recruits, Commander. We'll crush them one leg at a time. We're out of recruits, Commander. We need more recruits, Commander.
We do, huh?
Battle Forge completed. It'll be built in a jiffy. War factory completed. Shipyard completed. We're out of recruits, Commander. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Troopers awaiting your decision, sire.
There's a lot of population here.
Exquisite.
The Emperor shows us the way.
Off we go. Hope we don't hit too many fish.
Too many fish.
War factory completed.
Yes, off we go.
You found me, did you?
Chemical warfare. Enemy grenadiers are ready to fight dirty, Commander.
Get us out of here, Commander!
Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander.
Hunters off the leash.
Not enough support, Commander.
Hail and kill.
I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. The Emperor shows us the way. I will stand until my last breath. We'll crush them one leg at a time.
Without a trace.
It'll be built in a jiffy.
Where can I take you?
We need more recruits on our side.
I got my license to kill.
Not enough support, Commander. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander.
Hunters off the leash.
Not enough support, Commander. Recruitment Citadel completed.
Uh-huh.
Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
Grab a few of those.
We're under attack, but we will hold our ground. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. We'll crush them one leg at a time.
Charge.
Let's get this dance of death started. Construction in progress. Construction underway, Commander. Construction in progress.
We're getting pinned here.
Go on, give me a target.
Death to the false ones.
We're out of recruits, Commander. I've heard reports about the imminent arrival of enemy warlocks. We're out of recruits, Commander.
Ironclad, I am well. What's brewing? Adding coal to the fire?
Anti-ground turret completed. Anti-ground turret completed. Your unit will soon be ready. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. We're out of recruits, Commander. Let's get this dance of death started.
Push
The Emperor's
through.
enemy is my enemy.
Save us, Commander, save us!
More steam power!
instructions.
We have hunters
to fight.
flanking. Gosh, take out these
But we will
devastators.
hold our ground. Your unit will soon be ready. We need more recruits, Commander. We need more recruits, Commander. We're out of recruits, Commander. We're out of recruits, Commander. Pay me in blood. Is that a tree? Well, not anymore. Losing ground, sire.
Like the wind.
Push in. Push in.
Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander.
But I was just getting me a beer, sir.
Ready to follow you, even into death.
Armor is weakening, sire.
The Emperor shows.
Push forward. Push forward.
You found me, did you?
Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. We're out of recruits, Commander.
No, it's a trap.
Death to the false ones.
Is that a tree? Well, not anymore.
This world lies ready, waiting for its death.
Fire on the capital. Fire on the capital.
Getting pinned here.
There we go.
Show me my prey.
Haha. Victory is ours. We've taken her capital. And we didn't even lose anybody. We've conquered the capital and stolen all their belongings. 5 gold and 1 tech. Armorers will move faster. We got mercenary armorers. Good, good. Increase our population. 2 less gold per turn, but our luck is increased by 4%. Oh, Oberon. I think he has a complaint about my queen again.
Commander, I hear that Lady Lohanna is to be the subject of an artwork. A sculpture to be made by some lizard dilettante. It is with great concern that I appeal to the influence you have over our dear queen.
Uh-huh. Why is that?
You'll ensure she doesn't take up on this offer, won't you?
Oh.
In our society, we are all equals, and to put one person on a pedestal is tantamount to sacrilegious veneration. Despicable.
Uh-huh. Oh, Oberon. You really haven't gotten to... You really don't understand me yet, do you, Oberon? Do we have any other... No, we didn't have any abilities. We were looking at... dragon abilities.
Bravo, Commander. The lines of battle are redrawn with each passing day and always in your favor. My privilege, Commander.
Yes, let's see what else you can give me. Self-target, roar, area target. Scales of steel. Devastation. Permanently increases my primary attack. An aura. Well, we don't have enough research points for it. Aura. Go to the bar. Prospera.
These are exciting times for lizard art, Commander. A statue of Lady Lohanna has been commissioned, and it will be our most famous sculptor who shall set her lovely likeness in stone.
Well, that is certainly an honor.
To be immortalized by Della Gecko himself. Such an honor.
Ah, Della Gecko. I've heard of him before. My queen, you are to be made a sculpture.
My love, my love, what a pickle I am in. You have heard about the new statue that will be placed on Government Square, have you not? The one school children from all over Rivellon could pick the subject for?
Turned herself into a pickle. Funniest crap I've ever seen. Oh boy. Okay. So the school children picked you.
As it turns out, I am the very subject they chose. Obviously, I am very flattered, but we elves don't create statues of other elves. To do so is almost idolatrous. I should refuse. Should I?
Oberon is bound to throw a fit. Well, that's true. But I don't think she should. The children wanted to... The children of the Empire that I am building picked you. Not me, you.
Aren't you sweet? You know what? You're absolutely right. I was chosen, and I won't back down. Oh, this is so exciting!
I think it's if you like make enough choices that are like counter to their beliefs or whatever. Like they change outfits eventually, the queen does. We'll have to see what she changes. I forget how, after how many instances that happens, but let's see. Okay, this should have still been in play, I think. I don't know if that'll do a whole lot. Wait, I thought taking the capital... If it is captured, the faction it belongs to is utterly defeated. I think they have like one turn to try and capture it back. So let's hold here. Let's buy some more fast units. Yes. Oh, my nose itches. Okay, we captured the capital. 30 gold left. Buy some more hunters up here. Perfect. And let's buy some more troopers over here. One, two, let's put you there. Yes. Oh, I think... Did I just see a ship move into my capital? Wow, they're actually attacking my capital with an ironclad. Yeah, they have no chance of winning that. I may lose a transport. That's okay. Oh. Nope, we didn't even lose anything. Perfect. Defended our capital. I don't care about that battle. Just one juggernaut. We're not even going to do this one. We're going to let our troops devastate them. Okay, now their territory should come under my control, yes? Uh-huh, uh-huh. Our queen... Pillar of Fire. Sabotage units.
Well done, Commander. The first of your dastardly siblings has fallen to your might. This victory will send terror leaping down the spines of your remaining opponents. Once more, we set an important step in the direction of victory. Bravo.
Ah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, what do you want?
Commander, I have formally accused the undead in the city of Harrow Ridge of genocide and brought the matter before the council.
Oh, genocide.
The situation there is frightful. Fanatics among the undead, are there any other, have been purging the unclean. That is to say, the elven community.
Well, that's a problem. If that is the case.
There have been patrols in the night, empty houses in the morning, and loose earth in ditches near the edges of the city. Scandalous, as is the negligence shown by General Edmund. He was given the task of regulating the town according to your laws. But of course, he's not lifted a finger to stop this secretive slaughter because of his well-known contempt for the elves.
Uh-huh. Yorick?
If you've been talking to Oberon, Commander, know he is grossly overacting, in my humble opinion. In a remote town, far away from proper civilization, perhaps it is true tensions between undead and elves could manifest in some sort of temporary violence, but mass killings? By the Seven, no. That I cannot believe.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's send the one in charge of the territory to investigate.
If there is one favor you can do for me, Commander, it's to invite Oberon up on one of the observation decks, give him a nudge, and let gravity prove elves can indeed not fly. Then at least he can pester me no more with his aggravating accusations of professional misconduct.
Well, it sounds like there's professional misconduct going on then.
He's been prattling on and on about some tiff between some of his sorry sort and a couple of undead as hot-headed as they are airheaded. He even talks of genocide, if you can believe it. Melodramatic little man, isn't he? All of this is supposed to be happening in some rural hamlet newly conquered. No more than a collection of pigsties and whorehouses, I imagine, and I bet you can hardly tell the difference. Yes, I was officially given the responsibility to oversee matters there, but some local undead officer said he'd do the job, and I was all the more glad for it.
Uh-huh.
As you can see, Oberon missed the mark once more. I can hardly be charged for misconduct when I haven't even conducted anything, now can I, Commander?
No, you can. There is talk of murder, and you are responsible. Therefore, investigate.
Hop to it.
Yes.
You have before you the greatest general in Rivellon.
Oh, the greatest.
You're ordering him to waste his time on a bunch of peasants that are having trouble playing nice.
Yes, yes I am.
Very well, Commander. Perhaps later I can attend to more of this urgent business. I'm sure there's loads of kittens stuck in trees and toddlers in want of their teddies.
Perhaps, and if I order you to do that, then you should do that.
Praise be that I know more than 100 languages older than mankind itself. If not, these books would mean very little to me indeed. Gladly shall I do so.
He knows languages that are beyond time. Uh-huh. Target, target, target. I think we just need Aura of Annihilation now. Alright. Congratulations, we've conquered this territory. Let's sell this. And I want a gold mine there. That's a parliament. We'll keep that there. Uh-huh. Well, let's get the troops rolling. Let's get another academy. One, two. 1, 2. Yeah, your guys are gonna stay there. Buy some more troopers. Buy some more troopers. It's going to take us a couple turns to get to the capital here. We're going to take this one because we're coming from the south with our main force here. And that's going to complicate the matter. But if we can take this one, and I think if we take this war factory out, it'll slow the number of troops coming. Looks right. Sounds right to me. Some more ironclads, it's good. Sabotage destroyers. Decrease enemy balloons. Decrease revenue. Mercenary zeppelins.
By the Seven, Commander, what has happened in the town of Harrow Ridge is truly abominable. Such crimes committed by my kinsmen. I can hardly believe it. Those elves, they must have staged unspeakable acts of sacrilege to madden them so. They must have... Why else would they? Heresy gross and foul.
Uh-huh.
The phrase too little, too late comes to mind, Commander. But it seems Edmund did his duty in the end. The nightmare of Harrow Ridge vanished come the dawn, and those responsible for the killings have themselves been rendered unto death. Justice is hereby done, and I am furthermore glad to say Edmund apologized for his earlier disbelief in my accusations towards the undead. I hope they too have learned a lesson. They've had a horrid example of what their own religious mania may lead to.
Uh-huh.
Harrow Ridge. A harrowing place if ever there was one, Commander. When Oberon first spoke of its supposed horrors, I dismissed them as the ravings of yet another counselor shouting for attention. But it was all damnably true. The undead, they were slaughtering each and every elf they could get their bony, sordid claws on. In the name of the Seven. Lunatics, the lot of them. But no skeleton stirs there anymore. They tasted their own medicine by my very blade. The law of the land I set in place and left a kindly old elven landowner as mayor. They'll rebuild their houses lost to zealots' torches, and forget as best as they might the Knights of Blood.
Mm-hmm.
To think the idea of a few dead elves made me chuckle as I travelled there. Quite another thing to see them lying in the ditches, row on row, gored and mangled. Yet no sooner had my troops restored order than their survivors' spirits soared once more, and they swore to reshape their stricken little society. I'll think kindlier of elves in future, Commander. They're a stout lot over there in Harrow Ridge. Good luck to them.
Did he just compliment another race? Oh, my counselors.
One has but to look at our gold reserves, Commander, to see that they are dwindling fast. I therefore propose we cease to aid developing countries financially. Them greedy buggers can take care of themselves for a change.
Stop sending financial aid to struggling nations.
To give away what one has aplenty to those bereft of riches is a duty, Commander, as stipulated by the Seven. What Sir Falstaff wants directly opposes that rule, and hence must not be accepted.
Charity is one of the cornerstones of civilization, Commander. Don't let the dwarves hack it out of society's foundation.
I don't appreciate Sir Falstaff's wording of his proposal, Commander, but I do agree with him. Philanthropy is the prerogative of peace. In times of war, it is war we need to invest in.
Why invest in poor people when you can invest in munitions factories? Falstaff's got the right idea.
Struggling how? You see, it's such a broad... That's such a broad way to define financial aid. We're not on very good terms with the undead right now. This isn't going to gain us favor with the imps or the dwarves. We think we need to work on the elves, or not the elves, the undead a little bit. Charity is good. I have to agree with Oberon on this one.
You're wasting the Empire's resources, you know. All those donations end up in a couple of fat officials' pockets. The populace doesn't even get a penny to divide between 100 of them. I thought everybody knew that.
Generally, probably, possibly, could possibly be correct.
Demon I have bound, but sometimes I wonder it shall be my...
Okay, let's, there we go. Perfect. We've gotten all the research and engineering that I want for this battle. These coming battles. Great. Let's grab this territory. And let's move both of them. More gold. You're going to work your way back over to the capital, I think. For now. And if we get... Yeah. Buy some more armorers here. Yeah, I think it was a good move to reinforce that one territory in the south. General, kill 'em all, Edmund. Hunters move faster. Some things. Mercenaries. Luck is increased by 4, but 2 less gold per turn. Oh boy, he's going to complain about my queen again.
Well, there you have it, Commander. Lahanna has her statue and the elves are crying bloody murder. I wouldn't be surprised if their protests escalate.
Oh, protests.
Commander, may I just say that I greatly admire Lady Lahanna's courage under such mystifying circumstances. There she is, being feted by the whole nation, and yet her own kin does not partake in the festivities. I had no idea they harbored such silly notions. The poor girl can't be the subject of a painting or a statue, indeed. Don't they realize De La Gecko is a grand master? That his work will be admired as long as a single living creature draws breath?
Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? My queen. Were you just dancing?
My word! Have you seen my statue on Government Square? It's breathtaking. It's a masterpiece. De La Gecko is a genius. An artist beyond description.
Mm-hmm.
You flirt. You're kind of right, though. Am I ever glad I didn't listen to Oberon going on and on about tradition and idolatry? What a bore that man can be.
Mm-hmm.
The unveiling was such a heartwarming event. All the children gathered round, and when I cut the rope and the canvas came down, a great sigh of awe surged through the crowd as they beheld the statue's beauty. Can you believe that I later found out some elf fanatic was planning to blow it up because he thinks I violated the sacred laws of our people? Never would I have thought an elf capable of such madness. All because of a single decision I made.
Sacred laws beat fanaticism. And fanaticism beat... It's not your fault, but... You know... That's definitely fanaticism. Mad fanaticism. Wouldn't necessarily say that sacred laws breed fanaticism, but...
I know it isn't, my love, but I thank you for confirming it. This entire episode has been quite an eye-opener. For had I not been your queen, and would have heard about an elf princess far away, vain enough to have her likeness carved in marble, I too might have applauded the conspirators' intentions. Now I know better. Now I realize I've been perpetuating a distorted view of art limited by silly laws, shackled by misguided preconceptions. No more.
Well... you see, there's very little context about why they have these laws. They're like, well, we don't want to, you know, prop up somebody, but why is that? Why did your culture develop that law? You know. All right, we've got a nice place here. We're gonna move 10 of these up. You're gonna stay here and defend. We're gonna move in and take this territory because it does give us another war factory. Perfect. Yes. Buy some more units. We're gonna buy a whole bunch of transports because we're gonna need a whole bunch of transports to transport all of our troops over to here. Where they brought in some extra troops in order to try and defend this place. You only have a 9% chance of winning this battle. Oh, this is the easy one with the huge bay. Okay, what cards can we get rid of here? Let's get rid of the bomber balloons. Dragon skill. Extra iron. Enemy transports. Hey, let's nerf their transports. Why not? Dragon pillar. And let's drop their bomber balloons. We need to add this aura and scales and that. Save that and go. Let's go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Got a message. What is this message? Okay. An important message for right now.
Let's get this dance of death started.
On the trail.
It'll be built in a jiffy. We need more recruits, Commander.
We do, huh?
Construction in progress. Battle forge completed. We're out of recruits, Commander. Troopers awaiting your decision, sire. Construction underway, Commander.
Dang, we took this thing down before they...
It'll be built in a jiffy. We need more recruits, Commander. Constructed to fight. Not enough support, Commander. Recruitment citadel completed. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Trooper ready to march.
Horse of steel riding out.
Recruitment citadel completed.
Hail and kill.
I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. Constructed to fight.
Of course, my lord. We fight for freedom.
Construction in progress. Chemical warfare. Enemy grenadiers are ready to fight dirty, Commander.
Like the wind.
What the heck was that?
Seems like the enemy is ready to construct devastators.
The best way to see Rivellon is through the crosshairs of my double barrel.
Enemy devastators are able to besiege us.
Are they now? Unleash these hunters and armorers.
War factory completed.
Hunter on the prowl.
You set the trap, I'll make the kill.
Let's get this dance of death started.
Hail and kill. I've got big guns and I cannot lie.
Is that a tree? Well, not anymore.
Boom, 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 boom.
It'll be built in a jiffy.
Oh, victory is ours. Haha. I didn't refill my water before I sat down. Feeling a little thirsty. Didn't take any casualties, that's good. Queen hated by her own people. Okay, I'm gonna step away for a moment and refill my water. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. I'm back. Enemy warlock sabotage. Transport sabotage. Okay.
What do you think of my constitutional draft, Commander? Is it not a pinnacle of progress? No longer will we have just a formal list of 6. No, all of the civilized races will be deemed equal before every court and institution in the realm. It will be a great stride forward along the long road of perfecting our society. And I'm certain already it has the dragon's backing.
Your constitutional draft? You want us to become a constitutional monarchy? What is your intent here? Prospera? Edmund, what do you have to say?
Folly has taken hold of Prospera, Commander. Senselessness instilled by an overtly prolonged exposure to the vulgar vagaries of lesser counselors. Words like peace, stability, respect, cooperation are being flounced about as if they really mean anything beyond these walls. As if they are anything more than philosophical placebos intended to make politicians feel important.
Well, I admit that politicians, you know, have a number of things that they're not the best at. They're somewhat important, but generally not so much.
The daft woman wants to draft a unifying constitution that actually says, we hold this truth to be self-evident, that all the races are created equal. Equal? She must be more demented than a vegetarian cannibal.
Why do you say that?
Now, I may drink with a dwarf from time to time, if there be no other company. I may parley with an imp, if it's technobabble I'm after. But to call these beings my equals is a sea-spanning bridge too far. And I'd like you to stop Prospera's proposal dead in its tracks.
Her proposal is kind of lofty and perhaps, yeah, perhaps naive. But it might strengthen the bond. I mean, your average citizen, I think, is going to be a lot better at living these things than politicians.
If that is how it must be, reality will have to be the instrument that shall shatter the dreams of fiction. For a work of fiction, this constitution is, Commander. Dead letter among a dead litter of all the races. Each with the other's knives in their backs, now and forever.
Well, you're entitled to think that, Edmund. I believe you to be wrong, but you're allowed to think that. Alright, where are my forces? Okay, you guys are actually going to come up into this territory here. We're going to encircle this territory before we invade it. Sounds perfect. We'll invade next turn there. We have 4 spaces here. Let's build 2, 1, 1. These transports, which are empty, over to there. More troops. more troops will be necessary. Can we swing these ironclads 1 and 2 up to here? We need to get rid of that juggernaut. Tired of it swimming around in the middle of my territory. And then we'll have this one come and barricade this place. Blockade this place. So they're attacking here. Interesting. If I deployed some imp fighters, it would probably take it out in one go. Let's do this. Let's deploy imp fighters as best we can. I don't know how good we'll be at controlling the skies on this map. Could have deployed some mercenary imp fighters. Probably would have been enough. Hindsight.
We're out of recruits, Commander. The Emperor shows us the way. The grave be their destiny. I will stand until my last breath. The Emperor shows us the way. There is no reason to doubt your insight, sir. Construction in progress. Let's get this dance of death started. Anything for the Empire. We'll crush them one leg at a time. There is no reason to doubt your insight, sir. Construction underway, Commander. Aero factory completed. We need more recruits, Commander. Pay me in blood. It'll be built in a jiffy. I need a target, quickly! Shipyard completed. Standing by, impatiently. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Battle forge completed. Your unit will soon be ready. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. We're out of recruits, Commander.
Another shiny ship for your fleet.
I need a target, quickly! Standing by, impatiently. Playtime is fun, but when does the killing begin? I've heard reports about the imminent arrival of enemy warlocks. Playtime is fun, but when does the killing begin? Playtime is fun, but when does the killing begin?
What's your order?
Ah, if the machine dies, the imp dies. Enemy warlocks can cloak now, Commander. You don't want them popping up behind your back.
Look, my lord! No hands! Whoa!
Battle Forge completed. Your unit will soon be ready. Your unit will soon be ready. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
We'll crush them one leg at a time.
I think I need
We're out of recruits, Commander.
hunters for the...
Construction underway, Commander.
Need a ride?
No flying doctors jokes, okay?
I think I need hunters for the detection. I gave hunters detection.
We need more recruits, Commander.
I will stand until my last breath.
We need more recruits, Commander.
I need more recruits. Come on, recruits.
We'll be built in a jiffy.
Let's recruit faster. My recruits are not recruiting fast enough.
For a real hero.
We need more recruits, Commander.
Anything for the Empire.
Off we go.
My recruits need to recruit.
Citadel completed. War factory completed. We need more recruits, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander.
Never trust doctors or patients.
Recruitment Citadel completed.
I have no regrets, but please save me.
Revelation.
We're under attack, but we will hold our ground. Let's get this dance of death started.
They won't even see me coming.
Unit is being manufactured, Commander. It'll be built in a jiffy. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Your unit will soon be ready.
Constructed to fight. There is no reason to doubt your insight, sir.
Sound the trumpets, hunters here.
This is the good background music. Bum 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 bum.
And honor and wealth.
At your service. Won't that use too much fuel?
I need a target, quickly! I'll leave a trail of smoke and flame.
On the trail.
The grave be their destiny. Every move is a step closer to victory, my lord. The grave be their destiny. Point me at something that can go boom. Playtime is fun, but when does the killing begin? What are your orders, my lord? I'll leave a trail of smoke and flame. Ah, if the machine dies, the imp dies.
Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Your unit will soon be ready.
You're blowing my cover! I've got a license to kill. Imp machinery is strong, but not that strong, Commander.
Yeah, I love traveling.
What's the medical emergency? The Emperor shows us the way.
Faster, faster! I want to go faster!
Never trust doctors or patients. Let's get this dance of death started.
Without a trace!
Boom, 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 boom. Go on. Troops. Move in. Move in for the kills. Do not have good anti-air at the moment. Or we do. our imp fighters are taking hits massively.
On the trail!
Massive hits. You're quite intent on building anti-air turrets. Don't quite understand why.
Ready to follow you, even into death. Trooper ready to march. Catch as catch can. Trooper ready to march.
Hunters off the leash.
We can capture this building. We'll have to take out that one.
I need a target, quickly!
What's your order? Won't that use too much fuel?
What's the medical emergency? It'll be built in a jiffy.
I don't know why it's not just saying we're winning. This one.
Pay me in blood. Let's get this dance of death started. Anything for the Empire. All right, all right.
Seriously, why is it not ending?
Recruitment Citadel completed.
Who requested fireworks?
Like, they've so lost the battle.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Hope we don't hit too many fish.
You're blowing my cover!
Yeah, I love traveling. Yeah, I love traveling.
we'll crush them one leg at a time.
At your service. Won't that use too much fuel? Off we go.
Oops. Oh, there we go. Victory will be mine, finally. Finally? The battle took way longer than it should have. General's actions. Destroy a parliament. Decrease or sabotage our enemy juggernauts. Destroy a factory. Mercenary warlocks.
Oh, what are my colleagues in such an uproar for? Surely they must realize that with equality comes responsibility. Is a tax increase to put them on a par with lizards and dwarves really such a steep price to pay for the position my constitution lifts them up to? Short-sighted creatures, the lot of them.
So you brought them up to tax them. Not a good look, Prospera.
I'd like to nail Prospera's split tongue to a rocket and set it aimed for a bent-over bog giant. Sign, she said. You'll be respected like dwarves, she said. Well, now we have to pay like dwarves too, and that certainly doesn't make me feel special. Equality? Pish posh. An imp's better than a lizard anyway, and always has been.
Oh boy.
Bloody good show, Commander.
Dear me, I haven't slept a wink, Commander. What a ruckus these councillors were making all through the night. Roaring dwarfs, squeaking imps. It was like an orcish sing-along ceremony in there. Why is it that talk of morality always ends up in mayhem? Ethics in bedlam. Let them decide the colour of curtains in town halls or what type of pie should be served during what festival. Takes them just as long, but doesn't get them quite so riled up.
Perhaps.
Oh, my prophetic soul, Commander. Let them sign 1,000 declarations of unity and equality. Each one of them rips open new wounds and makes old ones bleed. No sooner was Prospera's draft turned into law that the true ramifications of her constitution became clear, and all those base-born councillors fought like starved hyenas for a hunk of meat. Delightful to look upon. Truly heartwarming. To be proven right. It has long been a given to me, but never do I quite tire of it. Such is the satisfaction of superiority, Commander. I hope you enjoy it too, once in a while, when the stars are right.
Ouch.
Commander, it can't have escaped your notice that elf women tend to breastfeed their children in public. Walking down the street, everywhere I look, there is another mammal suckling its offspring like there's no tomorrow. And quite frankly, it disgusts me. You don't see me pulling up my skirt and laying eggs in the middle of Palace Square. These things are private matters and should be kept out of the public eye. You won't allow this sordid custom to continue unchecked, will you, Commander?
Wow. Wow. It's I think this one is pro imp, pro dwarf, pro elf.
Seeing a woman suckling her child, that mysterious smile on her lips, the sound of the relishing babe, it always puts a smile on any imp's face. Did you know imps enjoy their mother's milk well beyond their first few years? Ha! Ban public breastfeeding? No. Applaud it. Promote it. Reward it.
I don't want to touch what those imps are up to.
Breastfeeding is a miracle of nature, a thing of solemn beauty. Let that cold-blooded lizard be offended if she wishes, but don't try and hide what is nothing more than a perfectly normal, yes, glorious practice.
I don't know if I would use those words to necessarily describe it, but I get his sentiment.
I'm afraid Prospera is overreacting somewhat, Commander. It would be wrong to ban public lactation for the sake of such vague and senseless reasons. Why take away a liberty that harms no one, but on the contrary shows us the flowering of a species at work? We elves regard breastfeeding as an almost sacred ritual that uplifts the spirit of the beholder.
I don't know if that's what you should take from it either, but I guess I get your sentiment too.
The lizard speaks true, Commander. These women have no shame, no sense of respectability. When they feel inclined to feed their whelps, let them do so with a bit of decorum, in a place where none can behold their vulgarity.
You see, I don't think that's right. I'm sorry, but yes, this is a pro thing. We're gonna anger the undead again towards us. The imps and the undead are not faring very well to our policy decisions.
I protest. Indeed, I do protest. I mean, what's next? Shall we allow public copulation as well? Will we approve of people cheering on couples as they undertake procreation? No, one has to draw a line, Commander. Not everything goes.
Well, yes, we draw a line there. That's unacceptable business to be doing in a public situation, but, yeah. That's all I'm going to say on that. Okay, let's go. We have enough forces to launch our invasion. They have a lot of troopers, a lot of armorers, a lot of hunters. We have more. Hunters, move in. Armorers, move in. Troopers, move in. 3 of them. Troopers, 8 of them, move in. Hunters, move in. Armorers, move in. And troopers, move in. Just 9 of them. And then we're going to take these ironclads and go after them too. Go to battle. Let's pull some imp fighters on this, and let's pull decreased juggernauts. Boom. Take that. Now, on to the main battle. Wow, they're pulling out everything they got. Do they have warlocks? No, they don't really have warlocks. Let's, what's our map look like here? Okay. Okay. Let's control the seas if we can. Let's grab these ironclads. We'll bring in some transports, I think would be good. For this one too. Let's increase armor speed. Let's grab these zeppelins. We'll deploy the warlock one too, because why not? I think, unfortunately, our ships will probably end up on other sides of the strip of land that runs through the center of this map. If they end up on the same side, that would be good. But I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, it didn't happen, just like I thought.
Construction in progress.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
We need to take control of this strip before the others.
On the trail.
I will stand until my last breath. We'll crush them
You
one
need
leg
to
at a
go
time.
capture that.
Construction underway, Commander. Recruitment citadel completed.
Where can I take you?
It'll be built in a jiffy. Construction in progress. That rolling thunder you hear in the distance, those are enemy armors. We'll crush them one leg at a time. Watch your footing, Commander. Enemy armors can deploy mines now.
Is that so?
Yes. Exciting. Let's go.
Wall factory completed. Construction underway, Commander. Let's get this dance of death started. There is no reason to doubt your insight, sir. Recruitment citadel completed. We'll crush them one leg at a time. Trooper ready to march. Constructed to fight. The Emperor's enemy is my enemy.
Show me my prey.
Hail and kill. This world lies ready, waiting for its death. Our glory foretold.
Troopers awaiting your decision, sire. Wall factory completed. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander.
Where can I take you? Hope we don't hit too many fish.
Pay me in blood.
Of course, my lord. We fight for freedom.
Save us, Commander! Save us!
We could use some support, Commander.
Fire. Fire off the ridge. Yeah, there we go. Boom, blow it out of the water.
And a bottle of ale. Throwing the Iron Curtain.
Anything for the Empire.
Yes.
Enemy imp fighters will soon befoul the skies, Commander.
We'll be back before happy hour.
Watch me soar.
It's hurting.
Pay me in blood. The Emperor's enemy is my enemy.
Hunter's off the leash.
Not enough support, Commander. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. Not enough support, Commander.
Save us, Commander! Save us!
Boom, 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 boom.
Waiting for its death.
I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. Not enough support, Commander. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. Trooper ready to march.
All is ours for the taking.
Without a trace.
Your unit will soon be ready.
This world lies ready, waiting for its death.
Trooper ready to march. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. The Emperor's enemy is my enemy.
Get us out of here, Commander!
Of course, my lord.
There we go.
We fight for
Victory.
freedom.
Victory is ours. I don't know if we took any losses, or how many losses we took, if any. Hopefully we didn't take any. Just make us overpowered. No losses. Boom. 12 tech and a gold. Too bad we don't have really much use for tech anymore. Shamans. Hunter mercenaries, good. Diplomacy. Oh, Oberon.
Will these imps stop at nothing? They'll upset the sanctity of nature as callously as a barbarian would a lady's virtue. But we elves will not stand idly by as their engineered growths deface Earth's surface, even if it means some hungry stomachs must go wanting.
Oh gosh.
They are breeding poison that will make children wither in the womb, and they must be stopped in the name of our Green Mother.
What are you talking about? What you got, little man?
Now, I grant you, Commander. Normally it's us imps that are described as mad, bonkers, and everything in between. But today, the elves are stealing our limelight. Here we are, ready to feed 10,000 starving refugees with techno-veg, and they're huffing and puffing about our so-called perilous technologies. Toppling towers, this is just sheer lunacy.
What is the issue? My queen. Tell me what is going on.
My love, I could really use your advice today.
Uh-huh.
It's this refugee business. The imps and the elves are having a bit of a disagreement. And that's a euphemism if ever there was one.
Euphemism. Okay, what's the problem?
There's a camp in one of the provinces that houses thousands of people that have fled the horrors of war.
Okay.
But death keeps stalking them in the guise of famine.
Uh-huh.
The imps want to plant techno-veg, Vegetables that are engineered to grow in a day. Sounds wonderful, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
The problem is that the elves regard this engineering business as a breach of nature's edicts, and some claim these technoveg were never properly tested by academics. They say mothers will bear misshapen children.
That is a problem.
To make a long story short, I have been asked by my people to join the protests against the impish technoveg. Lead them, even. But I'm torn. Whichever decision I make, lives could be lost.
This is a conundrum. Because starvation is terrible. But using them as guinea pigs is terrible too. Theoretically, we can counter. Hopefully, we can counter negative side effects, though, if they do crop up. So, saving the people is worth more at the moment.
That is what my heart tells me too. No, I shan't join the protests. And if technoveg turns out to be a menace, we'll deal with it later. Right now, we have mouths to feed.
Yeah, it's kind of what I just said. I'm not saying it's necessarily the right answer in this case, though. This game is really good at, like, putting you in conundrums where both sides of issues could be right, depending on how you want to look at them. It's difficult. That's all I'm saying. Okay, we gotta hold this territory for a turn. We can disassemble that. We can disassemble that one. I kind of really want to grab all the troops from all over the map and launch them in the final battle. Launch them at the final battle. Okay, you guys can move that way. Should we conquer this one in order to obtain that, draw all the troops in? I think we should. But we'll need a transport over here. I think we'll need more of this one transport. Let's grab a few more over here. We'll buy a bunch over here too. Oh, they're attacking my capital. Too bad they won't succeed. Yeah. Perfect. My queen has rewarded me. Grenadier mercenaries, hunters, gold revenue increase. Boom.
Excellent, Commander. Simply excellent. I realize I may seem like a cynical old sorcerer when I receive the news of one of your siblings' deaths with such relish. But if it hastens our progress to peace, may one fall neath your blade every day.
Oh. Well, thank you, Maxos. Oberon, what do you have?
Dear me, Commander. But I do believe one of your generals is smitten with an elf girl of the highest nobility. That means it's either Henry, who's intolerable, or Edmund, who's insufferable. I can only hope she'll soon come to her senses.
Uh-huh.
So, I see old Edmund is head over heels in love with a saucy bit of elven skirt. Never would have thought he'd get his little tail stirring over one of her kind.
Oh. Like me.
I'd have a word with Edmund if I were you, Commander. I've heard him muttering about a duel, and those are never a good idea. If he kills someone of import, the Council will cry havoc.
Oh.
Our victory was so complete, I can taste it. You did well by us, Commander.
All right, Edmund, what's your issue?
May my mind forgive my heart, Commander, for it has poisoned it with honeyed venom, with that sweetest of all toxins, love. Part of me is nauseated for even uttering so saccharine a sentence, but I cannot help myself, as I have been enchanted by the super-earthly elegance of an elven belle.
Oh.
Her name, Elizabetha. Oh, dulcet set of syllables, the most beautiful damsel of woman born. Blessed be I, for she loves me too. There is but one obstacle in our course toward ultimate happiness, the most classic of lovers' impediments. Her father, Lord
Of course.
Larrister. May the plague beset his person.
Well, that's a little bit extreme.
The lout detests me almost as much as I detest him. Already he has gone too far by calling me a swamper, the ultimate insult to us lizards. But this elf lord will be a hindrance no longer, for I intend to challenge him to a duel and be done with him.
Well, yeah, killing her father is not going to do wonders for the relationship. Show him you're above the pettiness of insults. Yes, that's a good idea.
Under normal circumstances, I'd dismiss your advice as a showing of weakness. But reason insists you're right. I'll abide by his scurrilous manners for Elizabetha's sake, even if it takes all my force of will not to slice him open and eat his liver raw.
Well, that's a bit extreme there. Raw liver. Raw elf liver. Okay, so we've successfully conquered all the loose territory. Well, almost all the loose territory, I should say. Load up, please. 1, 2, load up, please. Okay, there's only 3 troopers over here total, so one should be able to carry them all. 1, 2. Load. Load. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So many troops to move around. You load up. Wow, we have so many hunters still after all 7 of these transports were loaded. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, all 7 of these transports are full. Put them together. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still need more. Oh boy, so many transports. Let's see. We need 10 more just for the armorers. And that doesn't count all the troopers that are still coming in. Okay, 1, 2. You guys across, please. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, how many? Five. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And load. Those 6 transports are ready. One, 2. You're gonna go pick up this one. You're gonna come pick up this one. And you can come pick up this one. wounds. 2 Juggernaut mercenaries. Immune to invasions. Bought 50% power. All ground units can be produced at a 50% discount. That's good. More Juggernaut mercenaries.
Edmund surprised us all, Commander. If he could win the approval and even friendship of surly Lord Larricher, he must have behaved. Behaved like an elf. Quite wonderful, if a little disturbing.
Uh-huh. Disturbing.
You'll be glad to know, Commander, that I followed your advice. Despite the tactless treatment I received from Lord Larricher, I was the very picture of gallantry at a dinner thrown in my honor by darling Elizabetha, during which I amazed them all by my command of elf etiquette in the ancient tongue.
Oh.
As the evening drew to a close and the ladies retired to the music room, the Lord poured me a brandy and apologized for his ill-chosen words uttered during previous occasions. I'm now quite at home when I visit the estate, enwrapped in a friendly warmth, weirdly welcomed by my cold-blooded self.
Really? That's good, I guess.
Thus I am the one most amazed, for never would I have thought myself capable of enjoying the company of others, let alone non-lizards. Love conquers all, if you'll forgive the platitude.
Uh-huh.
I went to have a word with Elizabetha, wanting to warn her about Edmund, and indeed all men. But from what I hear, he's been quite the gentleman. Always have I regarded that word to be a contradiction in terms, but Edmund is trying hard to prove me wrong.
Good. 'Cause you're a jerk.
Yes, Commander?
Sup, Commander?
Let's see what the next proposal
Commander,
is.
the great lizard artist Della Gecko has made a sculpture that is, I admit, critical of the government. He is a pacifist and dislikes the brutality of war. But is this reason enough to ban its exposition? Yorick here says yes, but surely you don't agree.
Well, I don't agree. That much I can tell you without even looking at it. Ban art critical of my rule.
Are we not all free to express ourselves? We imps explode with expression, but implode with repression.
Weird way of putting it, I guess.
What do I care if this lizard supports or opposes the government? As long as I'm up here and he's down there, he can do whatever he wants, as long as I still make the decisions. Exhibit away.
I don't... So he's very much an elite.
Of course there are people in the kingdom who eye our politics with disapproval. What kind of land would we live in if every nose and snout would face the same direction? Some opposition is a good thing. Keeps us on our toes.
I guess that's one way to look at it. Yorick.
When one is critical of the Emperor, one is critical of the gods. For they have seen it fit to give him his throne. And when one is critical of the gods, one should be silenced and shackled. For one does not insult the Seven unpunished.
Well, I'm so popular with the undead already, I think. How good are we? We're at 30% with the undead. We are very... very much not liked by the undead. Everybody else is at least with us, though. We will not ban art critical of my rule, though.
Artists always challenge the powers that be, but their provocation can lead to interesting discussions. It gladdens me to know you'll give Della Gecko his moment in the sun.
Della Gecko. Everything's about Della Gecko. Della Gecko this, Della Gecko that. Okay. You're loaded. You're gonna come over here. You're gonna come down here. Load. Load. It's going to be kind of the staging area, I guess. All these transports here are full of the troops that are going to do the invading. Okay, one. Mm-hmm. We needed 10 transports just for the armorers. Two, 4, 6. That's 4. Here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there's 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another 3 spaces in that one. By a trooper here. We'll grab another hunter here as well to load up those 2 transports. Mm-hmm. Purchase some more units over here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we need 4 more units here. We have 2 more hunters. Yeah. We're going to load up all these transports with units. Take over everything. Okay. Luck has decreased by 2%. Devastators, 50%. Hunters. All aerial units. Oh, we have a major thing going on now.
Troubles, troubles, troubles. Will I never have a moment's peace? First, Lohanna betrays her own kind, and now the dwarves are causing a drought that will wipe the famed but elusive speckled jackal from the face of the earth. If you could ease my mind somehow, I'd be eternally grateful, Commander.
Oh boy, what is this?
You find me in a reflective mood, Commander. The bottom of a wine glass can serve as a gypsy's crystal, you see. Gaze upon it long enough, and times long past come parading afore one's eyes. As you can imagine, I was an exceptionally gifted child that outranked his schoolmates to such a degree I started to shun them, for their imbecility insulted me. The academic world, too, quickly discovered and quickly discarded, had precious little to offer. Clueless they all were, professors and students alike, like flies bumping up against glass. No, it was in the army that I found my true calling, for the enemy I defeat on the battlefield is defeated forever. Those I outwit in combat die. Such is the triumph of intellect, and with each new victory my detest for all that is non-lizard grows. They call it bigotry. I call it logic.
It's a bit bigotry.
And yet things have come to pass aboard the Raven that shed new light on my views. A light that reveals they may have been somewhat distorted. I do believe I have mellowed to a degree, having seen sides of all these other creatures that actually show merit in their own peculiar ways. More often than not, it was your forcing my hand in directions contrary to my instincts that lay at the basis of this epiphany. So I suppose a word of thanks is in order.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't know if I'll ever truly regard an elf or a dwarf as my equal. Yet no longer will I maintain their worth to be less than that of an owl's pellet, which perhaps is a first step in the right direction.
Which is funny because he just fell in love with the elf, too.
But enough of this introspection, Commander. Let us fill our wine glasses anew.
Commander, I told you the elves were full of it. Our techno-veg saved the day. And if any of those refugees perished, it's because of wounds, disease, or shock. But certainly not malnutrition. Good news all round.
Good.
What would you inquire of me, Commander?
Nothing.
Ah, Commander. I wanted to tell you, we dwarves have finished building the great dam that ensures water supplies to our water mills in the steelworks of Riox. Soon, warship production there will run at full capacity.
Okay. Alright, my queen.
What? Oh, it's you, my sweet. I'm sorry, I was miles away, thinking of that refugee camp. I visited the place, you know. Am I ever glad I followed my heart and let the imps grow their miracle vegetables? So many lives were saved, and the bad effects the elves were afraid of, there simply haven't been any.
Well, that's good.
Even so, Oberon, and by extension many an elf, was livid when I declined to join the protests, and I feel it would be prudent to show my people that I'm still on their side. To that effect, I have my eye on the dwarves, and a dirty trick they're playing on a defenseless stretch of wildlife.
Uh-huh. What is this about the dam that I've heard about?
They constructed a dam so as to provide water for a massive warship factory. And of course, they didn't think twice about the famed speckled jackal, a beautiful creature that is now threatened with extinction. I want to show the dwarfs that this is unacceptable. I want that dam destroyed.
Power, riches, employment. I mean, I don't really use warships that much. So I don't really need the warships.
You will? Oh, but that's wonderful. Let them strike a blow for nature. Long live the speckled jackal.
Of course, jackals I don't think are technically a very good thing. At least in our world, right? Somebody who lives close to jackals would probably have a better explanation. Alright, you load onto that ship. Okay, all these ships are loaded. Oh yeah, look at all these ships. It's like a D-Day invasion. Okay, you guys are going to join the fleet of ships. You guys are going to head to our capital and pick up some more troops. You're going to come back to the capital and pick up some more troops. You're going to head to the capital and pick up some more troops. You're going to load onto that ship. And you onto that ship. 1, 2. 1, 2. I don't know where you were going. One, two. You're going to load up on troops. You've got all your troops, so you're going to come back and pick up some more troops. Pulled almost everybody from around our territories. You're going to come over here because you got to pick up more troops. You're going to join the fleet. You join the fleet. Join the fleet. Alright, so we have 2 at level 4. We have 2 that have 1 each. We have 1 that's completely empty. These 2 are full. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need 3 additional troops worth from that one. You have 3 on board. Those will get wiped out. Imps destroy Dwarven Dem with dragon's consent. Fearsome and defensive. I've lost a factory. I think I don't have any more factories. Mercenary, armors, enemy grenadiers, juggernauts.
Ah, Henry. How his vagaries amuse me. A woman that rejects him must therefore not be interested in men, so goes his logic. As if one can blame any woman romanced by that buffoon to abstain from men forever.
Oh boy.
You know I don't hold a high opinion of men in general, Commander. But Henry does go out of his way to reaffirm what some would call my prejudices. I'm glad Scarlet saw the light and kicked him out of her bed. Even a girl as frivolous as her can do infinitely better.
What the hell is the matter with Scarlet? Here we're having some extracurricular horizontal recreation, and suddenly she bails on me. I tell you, she must have knocked her head against the door and started liking girls all of a sudden. No woman denies herself my affections from one moment to the next.
A demon I have bound, but sometimes I wonder.
Damn that loudmouth, Henry. I'll emasculate him with a pair of pincers if he doesn't hold his tongue. We've been having a bit of fun, you know. Casual-like, but now I told him that the fun's over, he's telling everyone I must be into girls all of a sudden because that's the only explanation for rejecting a true blue man like him. Filthy pig. How dare he? How? But... oh, fudge, what's the use? Why would I stand here and pretend to fool the dragon, the ruler of worlds? Never have I said this to anyone, Commander. But it is true. I am a lesbian. There. The die has been cast.
Okay. Whatever.
When I was 16, you see, I first fell in love with another girl. But when my parents found out, they were furious. Threatened to disown me and sent me to military school. They vowed that if I'd show any sign of being attracted to another girl ever again, they'd never more show me kindness or affection.
Yeah, that's bad.
That is the secret I've lived with ever since. I forced myself to sleep with men, but it is all a farce. A hollow way of ever so shallowly satisfying hidden, unacknowledged needs. I was forced to live a life of lies, and believe me, I can handle it, but I can't bear to have my real nature dangled in front of me as a means of mockery.
You see, I want to say both of these things. She shouldn't have to keep it a secret. She doesn't want to. And shouldn't be held against anybody. But at the same time, I don't care. Let's go with the comforting option here.
Thank you, Commander. To have your support means a great deal to me. More than you can imagine. Perhaps one day I'll be free. Free to be who I am.
I mean, you already scolded me for not capitulating to marriage. Uh-huh. Oh, I guess I had a factory here. One, two, three, four, and five. Uh-huh. Okay, how many more troops do we need? So you're gonna go in that one. We need 4 troopers. Then we need another 3 worth. So let's grab another armor and a trooper. And yeah. What else should we build? Let's Build a gold mine here. Look at all these buildings that we have all over our map. Skip the replay. Power balloons. Population by 3,000%. Increase the population by 2,000%. 2 shamans.
Don't worry, Commander. I didn't breathe another word about Scarlet and her ways. It's a relief to know I was right all along, though. When a woman says no to me, we all know what that means. Not interested in men. Period.
I don't think that's what that means, necessarily. But fine, whatever.
When I see your face, it is like a beacon of light, Commander. Such is the relief that I have a person to confide in, that it feels as if I have been pushing a boulder uphill all my life, and that now I can finally let it go. Watch it tumble downhill and out of sight. Glory be to the Emperor, whom I may call my friend.
I am your Emperor, not your friend. Necessarily. Let's see what...
Commander, I'd like to address some issues I have with the Rivellon Times. Now, I know the press will try to embellish stories to make for more savory reading material. But half the stuff they print nowadays is fabricated nonsense of an almost always sensational or slanderous nature. I want you to reprimand them, Commander. I want it to be known that from now on they must either publish the truth or else publish no longer.
Restrict freedom of the press.
I see no interest in this matter at all, Commander. I'll just flip a coin then. Heads means yes, tail means no. And heads. Yeah, go ahead and reprimand them.
He doesn't really care.
The Rivellon Times is a dwarven and therefore commercial enterprise, Commander. Juicy stories sell copies. That is simplicity itself. I categorically deny, by the way, that our editors spread lies. Or at the very least, spread lies on purpose. So, if a chambermaid divulges to us a minister of the crown likes to spank his mistress in the bedroom, and this later turns out to be untrue, she is at fault, not we, for having printed her tale.
I couldn't agree with Prospero more, Commander. The Rivellon Times journalists aren't simple fact-finders. No, they ferret for filth. Ever since I've become a counselor aboard the Raven, I've discovered dwarven newspapermen under my bed on no less than 3 separate occasions. And one I caught climbing through the bathroom window.
Good gosh.
The Rivellon Times is no more than a daily dose of heresy for those that sinfully partake. Rather than admonish, you should abolish the thing altogether, Commander.
A lot of them want to... So he says yes, he says yes. She's the one who proposed it, she says yes. He says yes, but he doesn't really have a stake in the matter. He says no. Saying yes would get us some points with the undead, which we kind of desperately need right now. But I don't particularly care about the undead at this point. So we're gonna lose a bit with the elves, a bit with the imps, a bit with the lizards, a bit more with the undead. We'll gain a little bit with the dwarves, though. No.
Commander, I am a lizard and therefore thick-skinned and cold-blooded. But the things they've written about me, those words pierce my scales and boil my blood drop for drop. They have no shame, those dwarven reporters, and shame us all, time and again.
Oh well. Welcome to my life. I've gotten, you know, pretty much daily reports about how terrible of a person I am, regardless of what decisions I make.
I've noticed a peculiar change in Scarlet, Commander. She seems happier somehow, less prone to take rash decisions in combat. She's almost of value to us. Wouldn't that be a treat?
Uh-huh.
I know Scarlet shared something with you, Commander. Something deeply personal, and it's not hard for me to guess what that something was. It gladdens me to see that you have treated her with respect. So very unmanly of you. That's a compliment, by the way.
Uh-huh. Yeah, coming from you, I'm not sure. Alright, all troops have been moved. Oh, wait. Not all troops. These troops must move in and invade this territory. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 4. On aerial units. And come on. I guess let's move these guys in. Oh, we forgot to move those transports. Oh well. Alright, let's get rid of some of these cards. What cards can we get rid of? Let's use these grenadiers and bombers. That's good. Bomber balloon speed, okay. We'll hold on to that one. Extra hit points on our juggernauts that we don't have. Oh goodness. It's a long stream. We'll be ending it soon, though. 2 battles. Whew. Oh, it's this map.
Where's my goal, Commander?
Construction underway, Commander. Dwarfs on a ship. Who would have thought?
The drungman's orders are a sober man's thoughts.
Battle forge completed. a bottle of ale. Your unit will soon be ready. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. We need more recruits, Commander. Drawing the Iron Curtain. Chemical warfare. Enemy grenadiers are ready to fight dirty, Commander. We're under attack, but we will hold our ground. Time for a light show. I will stand until my last breath. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Where is the port in port sight, sire? Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander. Rockets or torpedoes? As long as you pay, we've got them. Trooper ready to march. Your unit will soon be ready. Watch out. Enemy troopers can self-destruct now. Ready to follow you, even into death. Anything for the Empire. Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. Your unit will soon be ready. We need more recruits, Commander. We're under attack, but we will hold our ground. Trooper ready to march. We're out of recruits, Commander. But I was just getting me a beer, sir. Trooper ready to march. The Emperor's enemy is my enemy. Drawing the Iron Curtain. The Emperor's enemy is my enemy. Trooper ready to march. Ready to follow you, even into death. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Anything for the Empire. Let's get this dance of death started. Constructed to fight. Trooper ready to march. Constructed to fight. Solid gold. Fire, Petrocade. The Emperor's enemy is my enemy. Troopers awaiting your decision, sire. Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander. Your unit will soon be ready. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Your unit will soon be ready. Ready to follow you, even into death. Construction in progress. Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander. Trooper ready to march. Solid gold. The Emperor's enemy is my enemy. More steam power! Anti-ground turret completed. Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander. Constructed to fight. Losing ground, sire. We'll be back before happy hour. Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander. Your unit will roll out momentarily, Commander. Trooper ready to march. Your unit will soon be ready. Anything for the Empire. Ready to follow you, even into death. Trooper ready to march. Ready to follow you, even into death. Your unit will soon be ready. Unit is being manufactured, Commander. The Emperor's enemy is my enemy. Trooper ready to march. Reinforcements requested. Trooper ready to march. The Emperor's enemy is my enemy. into death. Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander. Construction underway, Commander. Ready to follow you, even into death. That's impossible, Commander. That's impossible, Commander. That's impossible, Commander. That's impossible, Commander. Trooper ready to march. Dwarfs on a ship. Who would have thought? Let's get this dance of death started.
Might lose
The Emperor's enemy is my
some
enemy.
ironclads here.
Constructed to fight. Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander.
Overwhelm. Oh, we didn't take any losses. Hey, I'm good with that. Ironclads, extra troopers, emergency, good.
Commander, I heard about your little tete-a-tete with those raiding rascals. Boom went the dam. A marvelous intervention, I must say. Thank you for listening to Lohana's concerns. After that awful techno-veg debacle, she needed a public victory that verifies where her loyalties lie.
Oh, shut up. It's not about you.
A battle is often decided because of the initial...
Good grief, Commander. Calamity. You never told us the dwarves would be angry if we blew up their dam. How were we to know? They've gone and bombed our firework plants, the louts. What will we do come St. Pulverus Bonfire Week? It's not a party unless half the revelers lose a couple of fingers.
Pardon my indiscretion, Commander, but have you gone completely off your rocker? I hear it was you who authorized the attack on our dam for no other reason than to satisfy that flower child consort of yours' lunatic whims.
Wow. I thought you liked her after she attended your feast.
Now, between you and me, I understand very well the lengths we go to keep our women satisfied. But resorting to wholesale sabotage truly goes beyond the pale. If you start acting like an elf, you'll become one, Commander. Illogical, emotional, and hankering after beats. Bah!
Okay. Wow. Hey, Lohana. How you doing?
My sweet, oh, you did it! You said you'd send imps to blow up that dam, and you kept your word. The wildland drought has ended, and the speckled jackal is saved.
Birthday gift. Political costs. Let's make her happy.
I couldn't have imagined a better present. For what is more beautiful than the preservation of life itself? Its triumph in the face of industry.
But the preservation of life itself would probably be the continuation of life, if you catch my drift.
Of course, the dwarves did not take their defeat lightly, and retaliated by blowing up a couple of imp firework factories, a blow well beneath the belt, for you can imagine the rage with which this attack was received amongst our pyrotechnic-loving pals. What is a minor concession in our eyes is a tragic loss in theirs. But though I condemn the dwarves' cowardly action, I can't but smile and be happy knowing we put aside our qualms and did what we felt was right.
I'm not sure blowing up the dam was the correct solution. But it was the only option I really had. Okay, these ships need to work their way up. Okay. We almost have all of our troops in place. Extra mercenaries, extra gold, enemy hunters.
By all the gods, real or imaginary, devils take my manhood if that Catherine creature isn't a bigger bitch than a mountain-sized mastiff. So what if I wage war by my own rules and care little for her so-called team tactics? That's no reason to question my ability. She's lucky she has tits to prove she's not a man, or I'd have beaten her more savagely than a dwarf is anvil.
Oh my.
Besides, what's the use of standing shoulder to shoulder when you know the fella next to you will run once the swords start ringing and the blood begins to flow? Aye, that's what happened the day I lost my arm. I stood my ground, alone. And the rest of the Emperor's generals, they outran their wives and their litter trying to escape. So much for loyalty. So much for duty.
Come on, you gotta work together.
I find it a lot easier to tell the benefit of the doubt it can go shag itself. But if you insist, I'll give the others a chance. Though I'm sure they'll prove to be a bigger disappointment than looking for a brothel in an elf town.
How delightfully entertaining to see Catherine and Henry exploding in rage over a strategic disagreement. Like children they are, vainly trying to prove to one another they have the better toy. Of course, none of the two realizes they could argue till the dwarves grow tired of gold and never reach the tiniest epiphany. To wage war requires a distinct brand of genius. Where they are found wanting, I am found abounding.
Oh boy.
Sup, Commander?
Uh-huh. Oh, we're already there. To the bridge. What was your issue?
Accursed be that hothead of a Henry, Commander. I'd rather swallow needles than endeavor a constructive discussion with him ever again. You know what he's like on the field.
Nope.
Always must he fly
Don't.
solo. Always must he go charging in like a bull in heat. Ridiculous. If he's thinking at all about what he's doing, it's with his brain that dangles, not deducts. The man's a menace. A danger to himself and others.
Okay, if you say so. I don't trust any of his. One. Alrighty. Let's move the troops into this location. Oh, I was thinking about adding some more troops to this area. It's not like, you know, we don't have enough troops going into this battle. What's a few more, you know? not that really close. We have enough troops, actually. We'll just make a huge landing. Oh my goodness. Yes, a huge landing. They're not going to know what hit them. Let's play some cards on this. Let's play this one. Yeah, no extra gold. We don't need you building any more troops to stand in our way. Our capital. Nice. Oh, there's naval units. Warlocks. Hey, a free gold mine. Nice.
Oh, my head. Feels like there's an imp wedding celebration going on in there and they've just lighted the fireworks. I drank shots and played poker with Henry, Edmund, and Scarlet. Not a dime left in my pockets. But it was rather jolly, in a vulgar sort of way. Men will have their simple pleasures, you know. Games of chance, drinking games, etc. All made for a welcome change from Henry's moody ways, though. He was rather cordial, if you can believe it. Thought I'd see Maxos shave his beard first.
Uh-huh.
Sup, Commander?
Next time Henry wants to play cards, I'll tell him I'd rather tongue-kiss a rattler. Such an unrefined game, really. The pastime of booze hounds and imbeciles. Quite unfit for a man of my refinement.
Oh.
To change the subject entirely, could I receive my wages a bit earlier this month? I've had some unexpected expenses.
Is that so? You know, there are lines for those that have a gambling problem, Edmund.
Commander, so I took your counsel to heart and decided I should give my fellow generals a chance to prove they are worthy of my esteemed friendship and perhaps even trust. What better test I can put them to, I ask myself, than the holy game of poker? See who's shrewd.
Poke.
Behold who bluffs. Descry who dares and when.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I did. Rounded them up and played from dusk till dawn. You were right. They're not a bad bunch once you get to know them. Obviously, I left their purses emptier than Yorick's skull, which does do wonders for my temper. Can't rightly say if that endeared me to them, but I'm sure as hell would like to see more of them once this month's wages come in.
What's the new policy they want me to introduce?
I would like to raise a concern about public decency. Now, if certain men feel the apparent need to cavort with one of their own sex, I suppose that's their business, not mine. It becomes my business, however, when they engage in affection publicly. There I am, lunching in the park with my family, when my children have to witness two of their sort making out like teens in heat. Disgusting displays like that should be forbidden. And indeed, that is exactly what I am asking you to do.
Oh boy. You're gonna say yes. You're gonna say no. You're gonna probably not care. You're probably gonna say no. You probably don't care.
Sir Falstaff is absolutely correct, Commander. Those deviants he describes insult the Seven with their perverted practices, and should not only be outlawed, but ostracized as well.
Well, that's pretty much what I thought he was going to say.
What an old prude Falstaff is. If a boy and a girl can sit on a park bench and kiss the afternoon away, why not two boys or two girls? Is their love worth less or less beautiful? No, of course not. And to make the distinction is ridiculous.
Sir Silvervein is making an ass out of himself, Commander. Instead of shielding his children from so-called aberrants, he had better teach them a lesson or two about tolerance and liberty. As it stands, it would seem you'll have to teach him those lessons by denying his outrageous request.
Dwarves and their yammering. If you feel an itch, you have to scratch. And we imps don't care what that itch is, or who does the scratching.
We cannot ban such things.
Perhaps you enjoy the sight of two men performing intricate feats of tongue wrestling, Commander.
Not particularly.
But me, it cost me my bloody lunch. Soon the parks will be full of them, and my family will have to dine indoors. What about our rights? What about decorum?
Sometimes you don't get your way. Pretty much as simple as that. Alright, time for the final battle, finally. We're gonna... We can't boost there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All the troops are unloading. It's running out of space. Oh wow, they just all shrunk. because of how many there were. Oh, goodness, come on. I want to grab the transport and get it out of there. There's so many troops. Nice little convenient spot right here on the edge. Still allowing me to grab the transports. We are invading with a huge force here. So many machines of war will invade these shores. One more unloaded. And we'll leave that one there, just in case we need a transport. Oh boy, all of our transports get stuck there for the battle. 49 transports worth of units. 48 hunters, 33 armorers, 74 troopers, and a few other smattering of units. Oh boy. Smiley face. What hindrances can we knock them with? How about slow down their hunters? And have their hunters do less damage too while we're on top of that. Or how about their grenadiers firing slower? They do have a number of grenadiers. Let's add some shamans to our team. And get rid of this dragon power card. There we go. A few shamans, just to keep our troops on the up and up. Oh boy. Press any key to start the battle.
Let's get this dance of death started. The Emperor shows us the way. Construction in progress. Pay me in blood. Is that a tree? Well, not anymore. Let's get this dance of death started.
Need a ride?
Battle Forge completed.
You found me, did you?
I will stand until my last breath. Construction in progress.
Cover me with death if I should fail.
We need more recruits, Commander. It'll be built in a jiffy. There is no reason to doubt your insight, sir. Let's get this dance of death started. Enemy armors can transport troopers and grenadiers, so don't be deceived by numbers. Construction underway, Commander. No one defies the will of the Emperor. Recruitment Citadel completed. We're out of recruits, Commander. The Emperor's enemy is my enemy. Trooper ready to march. Seems like the enemy is ready to construct devastators.
Oh, look at this. Just a stream of troopers.
It'll be built in a jiffy.
At your service. Where can I take you? Hope we don't hit too many fish.
Recruitment Citadel completed. Construction in progress. We'll crush them one leg at a time. Troopers awaiting your decision, sire. Trooper ready to march. Ready to follow you. Even into death. Trooper awaiting your instructions, Commander.
Even into death.
We're out of support, Commander.
Support? Need more support. He does unleash everybody.
Recruitment Citadel completed.
Unleash the hunters and the armorers.
War factory completed.
Hunters off the leash.
Ready for the Blitzkrieg.
Without a trace.
Pay me in blood. Construction underway, Commander. Let's get this dance of death started. Is that a tree? Well, not anymore.
Arrow factory.
There is no reason to doubt your insight, sir. We'll crush them one leg at a time.
One leg at a time.
The grave be their destiny. Pay me in blood. The Emperor shows us the way. War factory completed. Losing ground, sire. The Emperor's enemy is my enemy. Not enough support, Commander. 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 Not enough support, Commander.
The best way to see Rivellon is through the crosshairs of my double barrel.
On the trail.
This world lies ready, waiting for its death.
I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. Not enough support, Commander. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander.
Oh, excuse me.
Losing ground, sire. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. Not enough support, Commander. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. Not enough support, Commander. Not enough support, Commander. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. We're under attack, but we will hold our ground. Not enough support, Commander. Not enough support, Commander. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. Not enough support, Commander. Losing ground, sire. It'll be built in a jiffy. We're under attack, but we will hold our ground. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. I'm afraid.
Out of support. We're not taking losses.
Losing ground, sire.
At your service. Off we go.
Charge.
Construction underway, Commander.
I got my license to kill.
Not enough support, Commander. Not enough support, Commander. Recruitment Citadel completed.
Armor is weakening, sire.
The charge of the transports.
The enemy has access to juggernauts, Commander.
Show me my prey. I got my license to kill.
I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. Not enough support, Commander. Recruitment Citadel completed.
Save us, Commander! Save us! Need a ride? Won't that use too much fuel? Yeah, I love traveling.
Shit! You're blowing my cover!
Constructed to fight. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. Not enough support, Commander. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
All is ours for the taking.
Pay me in blood.
You found me, did you? On the trail.
Field duty, eh? The Emperor shows us the way.
At your service. Won't that use too much fuel?
Bugger. Enemy warlocks can turn our troops into beetles. Enemy warlocks can cloak now, Commander. You don't want them popping up behind your back. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. Troopers awaiting your decision, sire. Catch as catch can. I will stand until my last breath. Let's get this dance of death started.
I got my license to kill. No, it's a trap!
All is ours for the taking. We're getting pinned here.
I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander.
You set the trap, I'll make the kill.
Yeah.
I will drench their torn banner in blood.
I'm going. Trooper ready to march. I'm afraid we're out of support, Commander. We'll crush them one leg at a time.
Get us out of here, Commander! I got my license to kill.
Push up this front. See if we can cripple them this way.
Won't that use too much fuel?
We're under attack, but we will hold our ground.
You found me, did you?
Don't be pushy.
Okay, come on. Focus on this. We want to take out this capital. Oh man. Take it down. Take it down.
What's the medical emergency?
You can continue to do your thing.
Of course, my lord. We fight for freedom.
Boom. Took it. Zero casualties. Conquered.
Behold how powerful the dragon had become. Many of his rivals had fallen, and victory seemed inevitable. But then Corvus the demon, cruel and cunning as he was, decided to intervene, for he did not want the war to end. He infested all the Empire's enemies, using terrible blood magic. Though he remained bound to the Raven, he was now present in all of the dragon's foes. Enthralled, they became stronger and more vicious than ever. The final battle between dragon and demon had begun.
Oh boy, Act 3. Wow, we are really unpopular with the undead. Oh. Well, that'll be something that we have.
Commander, a word, quickly. Devilry has befallen us that may yet spell our doom, just when the end was in sight. It is Corvus. He has escaped from my bonds. Too tranquil was I in the delusion that I had him shackled for good, but no! He has flown, or rather multiplied, in infinite demonic shards that hold a firm grip over every single one of our enemies, and empowers them with hellish might.
Oh dear, that sounds terrible.
Each foe we now face will be much more powerful than he was before, and it will take our forces their utmost to vanquish them. You I forewarn, Commander, but let the rest not know of this demon influence, or else all faith in victory would plummet like a stricken bird. You, and you alone, can now accomplish what we set out to do. One dragon will have to face an endless number of demon-driven fiends, and desolate them all. I know you can, my friend. Show them why you, none other, are the Dragon Commander.
Ooh. Nice. Well, that is where we're going to cut today's stream. It has been a long one, much longer than I kind of thought it was going to be. But at the same time, we completed what I set out to do in this stream. We completed Act 2. And now we're moving on to Act 3. So now we're going to fight the demon's forces, which is going to be exciting in its own way. I don't know when that particular stream is going to be. Probably next week. We'll wrap up. Well, I don't know if we'll wrap up. We'll at least play through some of Act 3. It may be a 2 stream act. I don't know off the top of my head. And yeah. That's all for today. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to go get some sleep here so that I can do the karaoke stream tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Liza. I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, take care, stay safe, all that wonderful stuff. Bye-bye.